Good evening, peeps. Liesl here once more, and here it is, your diddly bow. And there she is. So yeah, without further ado, let's string her up and see what we've got, shall we? Totally unprepared as usual, so if it all falls apart in the cold light of day, blame the luthier. Okay. So pretty simple and straightforward. I've selected this string because it's what I have. It looks like a low E string to me. So through the back, from the back of the instrument. Now I've got this cut down bolt that has two captive nuts on the end, because again it's what I had really. I'm going to use that for the bridge. It's a little low, so I did dig out these two small grommets which I'm going to use to support this. It does give it quite a good sort of sound, I think, yeah, because they're supported, so you get a little bit more vibration. But yeah, the simplest thing to do is to use a larger bolt, really. I think something like an M8 is probably what I would generally use. And it's a case of balancing everything, yes. Trying to show you at the same time. So we'll have that on there. And it will be supported by these two small grommets, just to give us a bit more height. So we'll get a slightly better action. Hopefully, something like that. I'm sure you can see that. Yep. Before we do that, I did want to demonstrate the internal resonator. You remember we fitted a spring inside, and if you just tap on the box, you can see it's got quite a definite vibration, so I'm hoping that's going to sort of amplify the sound and give it a little bit more sustain. Yeah, that's the idea anyway. So let's go. Right, okay, so bridge on. String over the top of the nut, and I'm going to thread it from this side here because this is pointing downwards. It's nice to keep the string kind of straight as it goes in. Yep, and what I would normally do is give it one little wrap around like that, and then thread it through the hole to keep the string nicely in place. So there we go, and then we'll tune it up. So that part, the loose part on top, yeah, I will be tuning this towards us, yeah, to keep that nice and straight there. I will demonstrate. You can pull that through a little bit tighter. You can use pliers if you like, just to get that where you want it. So as if by magic, I do have my trusty tuner here on the end, and yeah, I do believe we're about there. There you go. So that's pretty much in E. We don't need this part anymore, so just a set of wire cutters, and we can trim that off. You can see that's nice and secure and not too much of a buzz, I don't think. And listen to the sustain on that. So not bad. Now you may well want some of the fret positions on here. I don't often bother with these. Oh, excuse me. I don't often bother with these nowadays, but they're very useful, especially in early days if you're first starting to play a diddly bow. And there is the time-honoured way of doing this, which is to use the same notes associated with the intro to Smoke on the Water by Deep Purple. Yes, although the notes are used in many songs, but I'll show you what I mean. So we're going to locate basically the 3rd, 5th, 7th and 12th, if I remember right. Now the 12th position will be exactly halfway between the bridge and the nuts, as I'm sure you already know. But yeah, the easiest way really to get the positions is just to sort of by ear, and I'm not saying I've got perfect pitch or anything like that, but it's only a rough approximation. So by ear, smoke on the water, right? So here we go. Not quite. So that'll be our first. Just take a pencil and make a little dot. There's our second position. It's about there. And then just run up to what will be the 12th. So it's about there, where I would normally make 2 dot marks. And I don't know if you can see these. What you can do is, once you've got those set, you can burn those in with a soldering iron or just leave pencil marks. It gives you a rough idea anyway where those positions are for when you're playing the instrument. So we'll just give it a quick rip. Somewhere about there. Yeah. And so really that's about it. One thing I did do as I nipped off camera was just to place this small metal hinge. I've got plenty of these. Under the string at the back to stop it cutting into the box. Now if you want to do that, you can use a scrap of leather or some thick fabric even, or just anything really, just to stop that cutting in. It's quite often a nice thing to do because you don't want it digging into the back of the box too bad. Again, depending on the height of the bridge, you may or may not need to do that, and the length of the neck. But I thought for this one we would do that, so that's just a little support there. I wouldn't bother trying to screw it in because it never works, so just place it under the string, okay. And there we go, there's your diddly bow really. We'll give her a quick rip, shall we? I know the string's only just gone on, but we'll see if we can get an approximation of how this one will sound. So using the pick this time, let's see what we've got, right? Quit while you're ahead, Liz. Or... I thank you. So if you've stuck with me through this mini series, thank you ever so much. I hope you've enjoyed it as much as I have. I've really enjoyed creating our community diddly bow. And yeah, I'll leave it there for now. Once this has settled in a bit, I will come back with a fresh tune for us all. Yeah, and we can really put this one through its paces. So there it is. Once again, peeps, thanks ever so much. And that only really leaves for me to say, wherever you are, do stay safe. Whatever you're doing, do stay blessed. And whatever life brings, keep building. Okay then, peeps. I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now then. Bye.